There we go. For the YouTube recording, it's probably going to be pretty quiet at first. Just because I'm all alone. Okay, let's see. Hello, monkey! It's good to see you. Hope the stream has started well. I missed streaming. I like it a lot. No music today, just because I saw that the DMCA things were going crazy. And I know my music doesn't usually use that, but better safe than sorry. I'm doing okay. I'm kind of bored lately. Yeah, I can never be too careful. So first frame is going to be just a very cute NPC girl. You reached a point in Genshin where there's not a lot to do. Hello, Zeus! Shiny hunting in Pokemon is boring. I'm probably gonna keep forgetting that you guys can't hear my music today. For a split second, I was like, oh my god, wait, this is copyrighted. No, I have to stop it. Wait, I should probably have Zeke sing. I think I'm like okay at singing, but the idea of like it being, recorded is a bit embarrassing. Maybe one day. Oh god, this is Zeke's iPad side. I almost said iPad side. It's like, wait a minute. Zeke doesn't have an iPad. That would be weird. That said, he would be the most likely to have an iPad. You can't see it. Well, he's playing like cell phone games or whatever on it. Cookies. 10 out of 10. Oh yeah, Tora. No, that would make sense. This is probably gonna be one of the more wholesome comics. It's just a really cute one. Of course, you guys can't tell because there's no words or anything yet. Oh, actually, that might be fun. To like do this really rough sketch first, and then like ask you guys what you think is happening. Well, I see stick people. So I can assume there are people there. I'll show you the full thing, like, slower once. Oh, darn it! Oh, I'm really sad that this is Zeke's eye patch side because I keep wanting to do a profile and do this, but the eye patch is there. So now I have to like turn him so that you can like still see his face. Luckily, Zeke being Zeke, it just totally makes sense for him to be kind of like goofy like this. Alright. So this is the first frame. And the most hint that you get is this part. And then this part. And then this. So what do you think's happening with the cookies? It's a mystery. Apple Crisp says the party rates cookies very highly. In a way, I would say. Something to do with the food mechanic or whatever it's called. Yeah, with buying it a bit. I'll give a little time for you guys to guess, and then I'll tell you what's going on. Hey, Monkey says Pretoria or someone wants some from Zeke. That's my guess so far. I always said it might be fun to do a stream sometime where it's like almost like a clue game. Like the entire stream is dedicated to like what's happening in the comic. I'd have to think of something decently clever for that though. Because this one's just a regular comic. I feel like I can never draw Zeke's hair consistently. It always feels different. And now that I'm like saying it out loud, I feel like that would almost be a funny joke. Like he has a different hairstyle every single time. But at the same time, that would get annoying really fast. Maybe not for like you guys reading it, but for me to have to like keep looking for different hairstyles. Like for a minor-ish character, I might do that because that would be really funny. Yeah, as long as he has got the eye patch and the floof, you know it's him. And my version of Pyra being like, Zeke. There's so many comics in this month that I'm looking forward to you guys seeing. It's gonna be really good. I feel like Zeke's design is probably the one in the main cast that's like the furthest off from his actual look. Like it still looks enough like him that people know that it's him. And I'm not just talking about the hair, I mean like the whole getup. Because I very much I remember just like giving up. There was something about it that I was just like, I don't want to deal with this. Like as much as I loved him, I was just like, oh, I gotta change this somehow. It's not working. I could be remembering wrong though. Okay. I think I'll finish this first panel roughly for the lines, and then I'll go over what what's happening here. I never look up the designs that often for NPCs just because like they're not gonna show up again. So I just kind of like make something up. So NPCs, you can tell that they're NPCs because I don't bother with colored lines with them because similarly for looking up the designs, they're only going to be here once. There's no real point for it. That said, I also try to make sure they're not like too cute or unique or anything. Because you don't want people to be like, oh my gosh, make them come back. Yeah. Ooh, I have fun news for today, guys. My roomie is making chocolate chip cookies, and I'm so excited. She's using the I got chocolate chips a long time ago to make a dessert, and I got way too many. So she's like, "Can I use some of those?" And I'm like, "Please, please help me." Oh god, thank god I don't have the music on. It's a Frozen song. I forgot I had this. I'm gonna change it. I feel like if that had been like actually playing for you guys, it would have just been like, bam, just immediately. Would have got like Twitch CEO up in here in like 2 seconds. Yeah, I'd rather not have Disney at my front door. Unless it's for a sponsorship. I don't even know what I would do for a sponsorship. The idea seems so like out there to me. Okay. So the first panel, this little girl's gonna say, "Do you like some of my cookies? I put my heart into making them." And Zeke's like, "Yeah, sure." But then it turns out we have 10 of those cookies already. Like, we can't carry anymore. So then he goes off and he says, "Hey, can I sell these?" And the guy's like, "What?" And he says, "The cookies," and like all of them. So he sells all of them. And then he buys 10 from the little girl. It actually wasn't a quest or a heart to heart or anything like that. It was literally just like this NPC's just little dialogue. Like, she just said that before her little shop opened, and she just had the cookies. And me and the person that were playing it were just like, "Oh, that's so cute." But then we're like, "Oh god, we can't buy any of the cookies." But we were loaded, so we just sold all the ones we had at the next door shop, and we're like, "Okay, good, let's buy their cookies." Like, literally nothing important. We were just like, "Oh, that's adorable." So I've been trying to use Zeke and Morag more, and by extension Pandoria and Bridget in the comics a bit more, because I noticed I wasn't using them. But that also brings up the question. It's hard to write words and talk at the same time. So I'm gonna finish. Would you like to buy some Cookies. Mister. Did she actually sell them, or was she just like, I'm selling cookies? No, like, yeah, she was actually selling cookies. Like, she was a shop, like this, but she was just selling the cookies. Okay, would you like to buy some cookies, mister? I put my heart to making them. And sure. Oh, shoot. I had a question that I was going to ask you guys, and I've completely forgotten what it was. I got too hung up on making sure I didn't mess up the speech bubble. Zeke's. Oh, yeah, I wanted to possibly start streaming that game this month. And then my internet is like, no, you can't do that. What do you mean, stream a game? Jeez. Frankly, I'm insulted. But to be fair, I didn't make any assets for it yet, so oopsie. Oh, what game did you stream, monkey? Okay. Oh, come on. Ooh, Sonic Adventure 2. Was it Chow Garden? Or was it, like, actual levels? Real talk, though, Sega, where is my proper Chow Garden sequel? Like, come on. Like, I've heard so many people say this too, and that's because it's such an obvious thing, but, like, I feel, because they already have so much of, you know, the Chow Garden already there. Like, even just a graphics re-release and, like, a few extra features, they would make so many, like, so much money off of that. I don't know, Monkey, about remaster re-release talk. I mean, I'd be down for that. Honestly, if only for the Chow Garden. Like, I like the levels and stuff, do not get me wrong, but, like, I love the Chow Garden. It's so wholesome and cute. And, like, just imagining a full, like a Chow Garden game. You know what I mean? Like, just like a spin-off where they focused on that. It's just amazing. Hi, Oteg. Oh my god, I sunk so many hours into Chow Garden, and I do not regret it. We're drawing a very wholesome comic right now. I feel like the line for his hair is lighter. There it is. Is that the same? It is. Okay, I can just... Right, Monkey? Just like the customization and... Whoa, just happened there? My chat flashed. Why did it do that? Oh, that person, that's why. Get out of here, bot. I'm wise to you. Where do we go? Ban. And... No, let me click off. I hate this part. There we go. Yeah, that must be why it did that. Oh my god. I feel like if I start streaming long enough, that's gonna be like a running gag where like a bot will come in and I'll be like, okay guys, I got this, and I'll ban it. But then the way that I have my screen set up, the little box that comes up is the X is off screen, and I always forget that, and then I forget how to move it so that I can click it off. So I'm just like, get out of here. Scrambling around trying to make this work. Oh, Ateg, if we get some time, this stream, I might be able to talk about shading tips or such, because I know you were asking about that. I find it a lot easier to talk about stuff like that during a stream, because then I can like walk through it and such. And I really like sharing tips and tricks like that. It's really fun. But yeah, I think it would be after finishing this comic up. But we're almost done with the lines, and honestly, that's usually the longest part for me. Hey, the girl. I love when things are far enough in the background that I can just be like, details? Pshaw. That is a long neck. Okay, let's do this. And then we'll get the stand in front of him. The thing with you and shading is that I tend to overlap lines, if that helps. Selling cookies to long neck Larry. One of the protagonists in my practice comic for things that I want to try out but not risk on other things. I'm joking, by the way. I'm not quite sure what you mean by lines overlapping, Tag. Also, I didn't. I have him like floating. I didn't even put it actually in front of him. Smooth it. There we go. I'm like, there. I'll make the stand so that it hides him, and then I don't even do that. Oh god. Oh, I missed this. I like streaming. It's fun. Oh my god, another Disney song! I like this one a bit more though, so I'm gonna let it stay playing. I love how none of the like a stand like this does not exist in Xenoblade 2. It's just like, nah, man. I need that quick shorthand visual of this is a shop. So I hope people recognize that this is Zekoff in the distance. Okay. Do, 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 do. I feel like even if I hum it, Disney's gonna be like breathing down my neck. Yeah. Needs a green dot for turners. I keep forgetting about turtles. It's a crime. Okay, somebody scream at me the next time I do Xenoblade comic to have like turtles on Zeke's head or something. I feel like that'd be adorable. Hey, Adept. Oh, it's just an NPC thing, Adept. It has like literally nothing to do with the story. Ugh. And there we go. Oh wait, Spiky. Oh, shoot. Oh my god, Monkey. Lets it out for bathroom breaks and stuff. Oh, somehow I read that as when Zeke goes to the bathroom, it's like, I gotta have privacy, turtles, I'm sorry. So he lets him out instead of like a break for turtles. Yeah, no, I have. They're very often, oh my god. There's times where my brain just like jumps to weird conclusions. No, literally, Monkey. That's what I was thinking. There's times he just puts him outside the stall. This is my time, little buddy. Like, I literally thought that's what you were saying, and I was like, oh, that's funny. Okay, remind me before the stream ends, and I'll put that in my document. 'Cause that is a really funny one that it'd be nice for like, you know, in between chapter or plot stuff. Because I like to have those kind of like breaks, you know, like cover a little bit of the plot stuff and then get some side quest stuff. Yeah, no, just a random comic. One of my favorites is going to be coming up that's like, it's really going to lean into random comic vibes, especially if I like add on to it what I'm thinking. Because I do have, like, in my head, a way to have it just, you know, be the regular 4 panels. But I am thinking of, like, extending it to be a little bit longer to add on to it. I'm being so vague right now, but I don't want to ruin it. It's going to be so good. Okay. So I see we have a few more viewers. Hello. I hope you enjoy the stream. If you're lurking, that's good. I lurk a lot in streams too. It's the principle of knowing that when I say something, I'm not just talking to myself. It's like, see a number? Okay, somebody's there. Oh my god! Monkey! Are we gonna have like a turtles? I almost... Okay, this is gonna sound weird because I almost just said it, but I was going to say a turtles toilet saga. But it sounds way more awkward than I was thinking. I don't know how good this is for background noise with no music, but I'll try on it. And I'll definitely give you a heads up once we get closer to actually finishing, so we can, if we have the time for it, talk about the shading stuff. Because really, I love talking about stuff like that. It's really fun. And it's also like, it's really nice for a topic because, instead of just like, oh, quick, think on your feet for what to say, it's like, it's something consistent to talk about and build upon, Zeke. Ooh, nice. Oh yeah, I was meaning to ask Auteg, what for digital drawing stuff, what program did you use? Mostly just because knowing the program type helps with giving tips, because some programs have different, brushes and stuff. Okay, Krita, or I don't know. Okay, I'm not as familiar with that one. So it'll probably be general today, but I might look into it a bit more. Just again, because knowing what tools are available is a lot easier in terms of giving specific tips. A lot of stuff is the same over a bunch of programs, but it never hurts to be careful. Also access to Adobe Photoshop. Hilariously, I used Photoshop 5 way long ago, like once. Just because we happened to have it for some reason, I don't even know why. But then I switched over to Psy and never went back. But yeah, Photoshop does have a lot of similarities, I think, with Clip. This is Paint Tool Psy Tag. A really, really old version that I have had for forever. I actually have Clip Studio Paint. I just never use it. And it's so bad. I'm trying so hard to get better with using it. In fact, I have considered doing streams of I thought of the phrase study Saturdays or Sundays, because I work Saturdays this month. But if I get more into the streaming, to specifically do a Clip Studio stream of me learning something, because one thing I really want to get better at is actually looking at tutorials and fully learning things instead of just being improv it. Because it's really fun to learn new things. Okay, let's see. I'll take 10 cookies, please. It's just awesome. It's awesome. Yay, thanks. Yeah, I think my biggest quote unquote, lots of quotes because that's just me, problem with Clip Studio Paint is that I've tinkered with it a lot, but I can't quite get the feel of the brushes to quite feel the same. And unfortunately for me, that's one of the biggest parts for me, Like if it was something with like the coloring tools or something or whatever, I'm sure I'd be able to adapt. But so much of what I do is like ingrained in how the brush feels for Psy. So when it's like slightly off, or you know, it bugs me. That said, there's so many good things in Clip Studio Paint. I can't say enough good about it. But I'm talking about like, see how I like do a color drop over here and it doesn't change the window. In Clip Studio it changes the window and that drives me nuts. Hey, hi Megazard. Oh, thank you. I always love when people tell me that they like my stuff. Makes me happy. So I check the tags all the time. I wish I knew exactly what the girls' cookies were called. Someone's like, why don't you look it up? And I'm like, takes time. You're like, yeah, a few seconds. And I'm like, man. What if the stream starts to lag? I'll just put delicious cookies. Sick, they're good. They're good cookies, man. Hey. Ah. Hi, Chaos. What are they? Wilsman cookies? I don't know. Oh, Monkey, you can look it up. That'd be sweet. You don't have to, but that'd be good. We can promote the little girl's cookie business. Get everybody. Oh, her cookies! Oh no! Oh. Okay, I'm gonna go with that though. That's really cute. Oh my. Oh my god! You guys remember how I said my roomie's making cookies? What are the chances? Yeah, no, we're gonna promote this little girl's cookie business. We gotta spread the good word. Everybody playing Xenoblade 2, you gotta go get this little girl's cookies. If you have too many cookies already, you sell them and you buy them from her. Okay, we gotta start the movement. Get her business running. Okay, hello. Get you some more cookies today. Turtles is the mascot. Like, to Zeke would absolutely sponsor, get sponsored by the cookies. This is just making me really want cookies, which is great because my roommate is making cookies. Hell yeah. Oops. Heck yeah, I mean. Okay, yippers. Okay. Did I say a naughty word? Maybe. I almost said you can't prove it, but you can. Not even a question. No, no. Aw, yeah, we're in the home stretch, the coloring stage. Goes back into the void. I thought you said the void at first, Monkey. I was like, okay, bye. Pick up some hard cookies while you're gone. And some milk. I'm almost out of milk. I'm almost out of milk. No. No, chocolate chip cookies with the only little milk. Oh, girl, blue eyes. Okay, wait, so if the void is your domain, and you're here now, which isn't your domain, because it's not the void, does that mean you're getting milk right now? Because you're out? In which case, you have some milk. I need some from my cookie. did, did I confuse you? That is not the Gormati. Shoot, I'm pretty sure I have a comic that has a Gormati. What am I talking about? A Gormati? Oh shoot, is she a Gormati? I thought she was in like an Orion. Or like the one with the pointy ears. Crap. Oh no. Oh crap! Oh no! Shoot. Oh, we've already done all the lines. That's unfortunate. Oh no! Ooh, my first my first clip. And it's to call me out. Gormati have cat ears. So that's why I'm like, well, shoot. I almost want to watch that clip. It's me getting called out. Hilariously for saying what is it? PG rated heck. Because oh shoot, what's the G-rated G-rated fudge? I say that a lot. Which is one of the most hilarious things. Oh yeah, I guess Frick would be. A lot of people are like, what? You say that a lot? And I'm like, yeah, I do. Fork! Oh, I like it. I like fork. Ooh, and fiddlesticks. Yeah, adept. My legacy. See, Monkey, that's the type of joke I would make, though. That's absolutely my style of humor. I toned back a lot after like people started sending me messages being like, "Oh my gosh, my kid brother loves your comics," and I'm like, "Oh, that's awesome! How old are they?" Oh god. And they're like 8, and I'm like, "Oh jeez, oh no." Visual dissonance, chaos. I'm telling you. Adept says, honestly, it's kind of an achievement that your comics exude this vibe of cutesy innocence despite stuff like asshole shilk. Oh, damn it. I mean, darn it. Adept! Stop! You just mentioned him and it just brings it all back. I was just reading a message. No, I don't want this to be my legacy. Honestly, one of my favorite things is the fact that I can constantly get away with uh like people keep forgetting, I guess. You know, like it'll be a long enough time that it's just the cutesy stuff and then a swear will pop up and people are like, oh yeah. It's how you get them. Oh god, oh no. I gotta change this song. I don't even know why I have this song. Oh god. There are also the other comic spells. But hey, sometimes butts are just nice. It's not even like anything wrong with that. Oh shoot. It was like some anime cutesy, really high pitched voice song. Like just way too much. And it's just right in my ears. No! No, I take no! Not another clip. I'll have to watch these after. My call out in progress. Can I get a new one of these? So I can get this. I was gonna say outtake. I was like, oh wow. I'm glad you liked that moment that much. Purple ponies. Not like My Little Pony. Okay, and the cart's done. I didn't realize you're talking about the clipped chaos. So when you were talking about a bike, I'm like, pretty sure I remember drawing a bike because they suck to draw. So what is this line that I gave her neck? She doesn't have a high collar. Huh. Oh yeah. Eating cookies. I'm very glad that people who read my stuff are lenient enough that like I can just like not even attempt to draw something that's giving me issue and just put a label on it being like, this is what this is. I got tired. Because most of these are just like a daily gag, right? So it really doesn't make any sense to take too long on one singular thing. Because like we've been, like we've been live for 50 minutes here and we're almost done this. So like, say I took 3 hours on drawing a bike, that's just, it's too much of a hassle. Yeah, that's the other thing, Chaos, is that because it's a humorous series most of the time, it's fine. That's why it's really, really interesting in anime because there's gonna have to be some episodes that don't use as much budget. And what do they tend to do with them? They make them comedy episodes because it can get away with looking like crap. Crud. Nothing happened. if I just stay silent for the rest of the stream, nothing else will. I don't know, Hunter. To me, it's not, but it's not something I'd want an 8-year-old. I don't know, man. You guys are quick on the trigger. I guess it's not too bad. I guess we can do this. Are there any 8-year-olds in the audience right now? Police Soda Hour. It's appropriate because we only go for an hour. But no. Can conform. I thought, Hunter, that you said, I'm 8 in a few years. Like you're not actually even 8 yet. And a few means like at least a few. You know, like 3. You'd be 5. Oh no. Oh. No! 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 Okay. Almost there. I might do the backgrounds just on my own time. That way we can go over a bit of shading stuff. Because the backgrounds don't take too long, and they're usually just gradients, honestly. Okay. Oh my god, Monkey. I was going to say, I was gonna be like, ho ho, you old, but then I realized that is actually pretty close to my age. Oh no! Oh, it's the realize we're old stream. So Ateg, let's talk shading. I actually did make a little document because I'm better with like visual stuff. Yeah, Monkey, I'm in that. But this image right here, it was basically just showing off. Obviously, this is the basic color, right? And then I shaded this one with blue. Oops, blue. This one was purple. Obviously green. And then like black, yellow, red. I just wanted to show how different colors can look as shading, and that like obviously this works doing the, like if you watch the color wheel up here, it's like near the top right now. This is the base color. We're at the base color right now. And then when I get this one, it literally just moved down. Like if you're watching that, it's just basically going straight up and down. And it's totally fine to do that for shading. I don't know how Criteo works, but we're just kind of going into color stuff. But what I tend to like to do is this purple one. These are other options as well. But I like to, if you watch the color wheel again, go down and over here. So like it started here, but then to the left, right? And then I did the opposite here for lighting. So this is the same basic blue that we start with all the ball, spheres here. And then when I go here, I went to the right. I went up and to the right. So I really like, whenever I'm shading, and it depends on the piece too, but just in general. So let's see, we'll go with orange, like this orange here. I tend to like do something like this for the base, And in this instance, I'm going to go towards yellow and up for light. And then for shadow, go towards red and darker for the shading part of it. It just gives it a bit more of a pop of color, you know, as opposed to only using orange. Another thing that I'll have to look into what kind of layers Krita has, because depending on layers, you can do some other really interesting stuff. For instance, we got this yellow here, and I always like to use multiply as a shading layer. And then I tend to lower the opacity a bit. But I like to use complementary colors sometimes for shading. So if you're doing yellow, go over to purple, you know, get some purple, something like that. And if you're on a layer like multiply, it'll kind of do shading for you. And if you do this, because it's a complementary color, or opposite color, I don't know the terms very well. I know them in my head, like I get the concepts, but I always forget the terms. It kind of makes it pop better, you know, because of those differences. And then, of course, there is also that difference too of, you know, cell shaded versus, you know, more of a gradient. For your style tag, you're probably going to go with cell shaded first. And one of the things I definitely was going to recommend in your case was to, like, when you're starting off with shading, especially if you're doing a lot of comics recently, I would say to practice the shading on your like individual creature drawings instead. Just because jumping into having, you know, characters shaded and background shaded, you know, like multiple characters and a whole background shade, it's so much. Like even I still don't do fully shaded backgrounds. It's too much. So it's a lot easier to get more practice in on, you know, those singular pieces, just because like you don't want to get overwhelmed, right? So, but yeah, I would definitely say to just start with those individual pieces first, get the feel for it until you're like super comfortable with it, and then move it over to the comics, just so you're not making that huge commitment right at the start, because it burns you out. It really does. Let's see if I have some. Oh, I have. I'll use one of the commissions I already posted. Because I always like making sure that people see their commissions first, before anybody else. So since I posted this one already, it'll be okay. Okay, so in this particular picture, for the shading, I only used, I believe, this orange. Okay, so that can give it kind of a unified look, you know? So you can kind of see that orange in there, right? These are all multiple layers, but you can see that hint of that orange tone in these shadows. And it gives it a nice sort of uniform, warm look, right? And I made the room afterwards, but I had references for it, and it was a very warm tone room, right? It's got pinks, you know, like it's all kind of in this top left corner of the wheel. It's got pinks, it's got like that beige wall, browns, you know, like there's some cool colors like the green and such, but it's mostly warm colors. So that's why I decided to go with the orange shade. And then similarly with the lighting, I believe that I went with this yellow. Yeah, you definitely misheard something, Chaos. I did not say that word. But yeah, so I went with this yellow for the highlights because it is another nice warm color to go with this look. I often tend to use this purple for shading because it's like a warm purple, so it can kind of get away with being a warm color and a cool color because purple is, more so on the cool end of things. But because it's a warm purple, it gets away with both. And I hope that makes sense when I'm saying warm and cool. You can also see that I kind of blended some shell shading along with, like especially here, along with the gradient shading. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure, because again, I'm not familiar, because I'm very self-taught, so a lot of official terms, I'm like, I don't know if I'm like really getting it right. But yeah, you can see here that I have the cell shading, and we'll finish up soon. I just want to finish up this one point. I have this hard edge here, and then it's softer here. And the reason for that is that this is more of a dramatic sort of drop off of the knees. But because it is a well-lit room, and because this is, just kind of like a slant, it's not like severe, right? Like this goes down all the way over here because it's severe, it's straight down. But because it's a slant and they're in a well-lit room, I chose a gradient here because it's slowly getting lit again, I'll probably end with that right now, but I feel like a stream dedicated to talking about lighting and shading, especially if you're there, Auteg, so we can bounce things back and forth with questions and stuff, would be really fun. But one really important thing is thinking about the shape of whatever you're shading, right? And one good way to do that is studying contours, which I believe is the term. I really hope it is. It's those kind of those drawings you see that have contour lines, right? Yeah, that's a huge thing. Okay, I'm glad you know what I mean. I'm glad I got the term right. I'm really bad with them sometimes. But like if you had a skirt, a pleated skirt, and it did something like this, these kinds of studies. I actually lined those up pretty decently, considering I wasn't really trying to. But that can really help you study in your head the shapes of whatever you're shading, because that is what you're going to want to know, right? Because the shape of whatever is being shaded is what's going to affect what those shadows look like and what's going to give it dimension. So if you understand sort of the 3D idea of whatever you're shading, it's going to make it look a lot better, and you're going to have a lot more direction on, okay, what am I shading? Because sometimes that happens where you're like, okay, I drew this, where did the shadows go? Like it'll look good as line work, and then you realize I have no idea what is happening. But yeah, there's always time to figure it out, and there's a lot to it, which is why I said like it would be fun to have a stream dedicated to it, because there's much more than just an hour's worth of like talking when it comes to shading and such. So okay, well that was great. Awesome, only 1.1% of the frames dropped. That's so good. I'm glad I was able to stream again. I hope it wasn't like too boring without the music. But yeah, I'm really glad that I was able to finally do this again. Like I missed this. I really did. So yeah, like thanks for coming by, guys. It's always so fun to chat, and I feel like we really had a good time, even though you called me out 3 times. But yeah, this will be up on YouTube later as well, Auteg, so you don't have to worry about the Twitch archives. And yeah, that'll be all for tonight. So have a good night, you guys.